Good morning. Welcome back to Calendar Mysteries May Magic by Ron Roy. We're on chapter 8. And I think there's only 9 chapters, so we're almost done. Darlene to the rescue. Hippo could live anywhere, even California, Nate said. But he might be staying in Greenlawn for a while, Lucy said. Last night he told us he grew up here. Wait, he used to work at the Shangri-La Hotel, so maybe he's staying there, Brian said. Excellent, Bradley said. Let's go. He woke up Pal and snapped on his leash. The 4 kids hurried downstairs and through the kitchen. No one was around. Bradley heard laughter coming from the living room. They fast-walked through the high school playing fields toward Main Street. Pal barked at the swans as they passed the pond. 5 minutes later, they entered the lobby of the hotel. Mr. Linkletter was standing behind the counter. He smiled when he saw the kids, but shook his head at Pal. No doggies allowed, he said. Not even my old pal Pal. Hi, Mr. Linkletter. We come to see Mr. Hippo, Bradley said. Mr. Linkletter raised his eyebrows. Is he expecting you? He asked. No, but it's really important, Nate said. It's a matter of life and death. Indeed, Mr. Linkletter said. A smile crossed his lips, then flew away like a scared hummingbird. I'll call his room. Mr. Linkletter picked up the hotel phone and tapped a number. Mr. Grabowski, there are 4 children down here to see you, he said, and a dog. They said it's a matter of life and death. Yes, of course. Mr. Linkletter hung up the phone. Mr. Grabowski will see you, he said. Room 207, 2nd floor. Pal will have to stay here with me. Hippo's real name is Grabowski, Nate said. It is indeed, Mr. Linkletter said. He walked around the counter and took Pal's leash from Bradley. Thanks a lot, Mr. Linkletter. The 4 kids found the elevator and got off on the 2nd floor. They followed the signs to room 207. The long hallway was quiet. This place is creepy, Brian whispered. What if he hypnotizes us and makes us zombies or something? Dude, hypnosis only works if you want it to, Nate said. Do you want to be a zombie? Let me think about it, Brian said. Bradley knocked on the door. It was opened by a total stranger. The man standing there was short and bald and wore a baggy sweatshirt. Is Mr. Grabowski here? Bradley asked. I am he, the man said. Better known as Hippo, the world's greatest hypnotist. Bradley recognized Hippo's voice. Come in, the man said. The 4 kids walked in. They were in a living room with nice furniture and a big TV. Bradley saw Hippo's fake mustache on the table. Some doors led to other rooms. Please have a seat, Hippo said. The kids lined up the sofa. Just then, a big white duck waddled into the room. The duck's toenails were pink. Bradley nearly swallowed his tongue. Brian ran over to the duck. Mom, is that you? He said. Lucy just stared at the duck. Hi, Mr. Pinto, Nate said. Hi, Mrs. Pinto, Nate said. Hippo laughed. This isn't your mother, he said to Bradley and Brian. This is Darlene, the world's smartest duck. I don't get it, Bradley said. Last night you hypnotized our mom. She became a duck. This duck, that's why we're here, Mr. Please call me Arnold, the man said. Your mother used to call me Arnie when we were in school together. You went to school with my mom? Brian said. Hippo nodded. Yes. Didn't she tell you? We graduated from high school together. I was so surprised when she called me. Mom called you? Bradley asked. Yep, yesterday afternoon. That was some funny trick she played on you, wasn't it? The 4 kids just stared at Hippo. All 4 mouths were open. Bradley felt dizzy, like the time he had sunstroke. It was all a joke? Bradley said. Yes, of course, Hippo said. Your mom told me she heard you talking in your bedroom. Something about getting me to hypnotize her, so she'd let Brian have ducks. Which one is Brian? I am, Brian said. So the whole thing was fake? I'm afraid so, Hippo said. It was your mom's idea to put her bracelet around Darlene's neck. I'm the one who thought of painting her toenails. The bracelet and nail polish made us think it really was Mom, Bradley said. His brain was doing flip-flops. Yes, your mother and I had a lot of fun planning this together, Hippo said. May I hold Darlene? Lucy asked. Hippo settled Darlene in Lucy's arms. Anyway, your mom asked for my help in playing the trick on you, he went on. But you look so surprised. Didn't she tell you the whole thing was a joke? Even your dad and brother Josh were in on it. That is so cool, Nate said. We all thought she really became a duck. And she's still pretending to be one, Brian said. Oh, she's so naughty, Hippo said. Pammy told me she was going to tell you the truth on the way home last night. Pammy must have forgotten, Bradley said. He thought of his mom splashing in the puddle, the corn on the bathroom floor, the rubber duckies in the tub. It was all a big fat joke. Then Bradley grinned. He had an idea. Arnold, may we borrow Darlene for an hour? He asked. And that's the end of chapter 8. We'll be back on Monday with the last chapter, chapter 9. Have a great weekend.